What up, Scoops? Dre here.
Alex here.
And today, we're going to be doing the reaction for the final Deadpool 2 trailer.
Yes, very excited here.
Very excited.
Been anticipating this.
Now, for our last Deadpool trailer reaction, you were out of town.
I missed it.
You missed it. I almost said Jaylee. Haley and Jake filled in on your behalf, but you're back.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Our other Scoobies in arms, but you're back.
Yes.
For this one.
Gonna get my Deadpool fill.
In time for the final.
Very important.
Anything you want to add on before we get this candle lit?
I mean, I'm just excited to see this. We've been waiting for a while. I saw the last trailer.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's just gonna be a lot more Deadpool action in this one. So.
All right, here we go.
We getting close. You all know the drill. Intercept the convoy. Watch out for Cable. Hit it!
There's this kid. He's in trouble.
Move or die.
Pump the hate brakes, Thanos.
Yes, he finally did it.
I ain't letting Cable get to him. But I can't do this alone. I need backup. We're gonna form a super duper fucking group.
It's time to get back on LinkedIn.
Meet Bedlam. My name's Shatterstar.
Domino, I'm Lucky.
Luck isn't a superpower. And certainly not very cinematic.
Yes, it is.
Let's meet in the middle and say no, it isn't. Fuck it. It's showtime.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my pants, putting suckers in fear. Making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to my bass go boom. Explosion. Damage. Damage. Damage.
You're no fucking hero. You're just a clown. Dressed up as a sex toy.
So dark. You sure you're not from the DC universe?
Yeah.
Bring it on, One-Eyed Willie. Ooh! Yeah! Your bullets. They're really fast.
Jake misses the ball.
And last but not least,
Peter.
Any powers you want to tell us about?
I don't have one. I just saw the ad.
You're in.
They've got like this dad on their team.
That's incredible.
I love how he's just skydiving out the plane with the rest of them. Okay, Scoops, for this one, we're going to do a full, intense breakdown / scrub.
Yeah, there is so much we to go over.
There's so much we got to do.
That wasn't even English. I don't know. So much we need to go over. I'm so excited I can't speak right now.
My name's Peter. I don't have any powers.
You're in.
Of course he would let him in. Okay, initial impressions before we get on with the scrub?
I am so excited. This is definitely the best trailer. Glad they saved it for last.
Yes.
It just got me so pumped for the film.
I noticed a lot more mutants that we couldn't really get a good look of before. They actually named some of themselves in this one. All right, let's get into this thing, Scoops.
We need to go from the beginning.
Here we go. So trailer opens up with X-Force and co. look like on the back of a helicopter. We've seen that scene in other trailers before they jump out. They're all suiting up. That's Shatterstar's blades right there. Looks like Domino's guns. We get our first shot of Cable. I love the look of James Brolin. He's got the glowing red eye. That sort of tech crawling up his neck from his arm. Looks very sort of cyborgy.
So we open up on a shot of the X-Mansion and the Blackbird. And then we get the little boy. His name is Russell, and we know from the last trailer that Cable was trying to kill him. Now we think that this is Russell Collins from the comics, a mutant with the ability to control fire.
Yeah, and as Cable is wont to do in the books, anytime he comes back from the future, it's typically to stop some sort of disastrous event. If Russell can control fire like that, maybe he can do some sort of like build up some sort of nuclear explosion power. Maybe he like sets off like a time bomb sometime in the future. Pure speculation. Obviously, Meta lives in the Deadpool series, so even on the title cards, from the studio that killed Wolverine, classic. There's a scene with, we see a few shots of them in this trailer where they're wearing like these yellow jump prison suits. We talked about this before, but it looks like there's some sort of transport where maybe the government facility is taking mutants from one location to a next. They're all wearing some sort of control collars, so maybe that inhibits their power in some way.
So if you notice this slow-mo badass superhero walk, them the three in the boots, obviously it looks like we have Deadpool on the one side, he's got the red on.
Yes.
The other has to be Domino. It's a little feminine, girly boots over there.
Yes.
And then, if you're asking me, that looks like Cable.
I was thinking the same thing during the trailer.
He has the gun, the same boots.
At first I thought it was Colossus, but Colossus doesn't really use a gun.
So is this some sort of egg they're dropping for us, where there's three of them, they're gonna team up?
And we do know in the books, eventually, Cable not only joins but becomes the leader of X-Force. Yeah, it looks like he's the antagonist in this film, but it looks like they're giving us a little clue to the end of the movie that they're going to team up by probably take on some bigger bad, which maybe is that government agency that's kidnapping mutants and taking them around in those trucks. More Dopinder being bad. Love Dopinder. We get more of Negasonic Teenage Warhead. And after the last trailer, we did our research. We're thinking that this pretty Asian girl with the purple hair, obviously not Psylocke, it's Olivia Munn. We're thinking she might be another mutant named Surge, who has electrical powers and is a member of the X-Men. So we'll find out more about her later.
Oh, yeah, did you see that?
Yeah,
the electrical force.
I think that could be Surge. We get Terry Crews, as they say later on. He's Bedlam. Again, another character in the books who is a member of X-Force. He's pretty much a super strong black dude. We get Shatterstar. Shatterstar is a master swordsman in the books, also a time traveler from the future. Now, in the books, they play him more as like badass, and he's supposed to be like this ultimate super ninja. It looks like they're playing him as sort of a schmuck, kind of a jerk.
Yeah, he's kind of like a burnout goofball,
kind of
with the braid, the whole style going on.
Even the way he looks, kind of looks like like an idiot.
And also, I just love how they do this whole scene of auditions.
Yes.
Basically, it's like a casting call interview process.
The classic Bring It On cheerleader montage.
Amazing.
Oh.
Zazie beats Domino.
Zazie!
I'm so excited. We got a lot more of her in this trailer, and I love her. I think she's going to be so badass.
Side note, I just recently started watching Atlanta. I love her even more. She is amazing on that show.
I have not started watching that yet, so.
Do yourself a favor. Watch him Atlanta Scoops. But yes, I'm glad that she's in this movie.
She's just like, I'm lucky. That's my.
And I'm glad that they put that line in there, because again, as a kid reading the books, like some powers I always had a hard time seeing in my head. Like reading Captain America, you can never really understand how powerful he's supposed to be, because everything's drawn. In the movies, you're like, oh, he can jump out of buildings, so I get it. Domino, yeah, she's always been lucky. I was like, well, what does that mean? How do you see that?
And
they
then the
show
next
you.
scene is just her like jumping out and landing into a truck.
Yes, and then there's another scene where like she gets blown out of a plane and like lands on a panda perfectly, like a big air balloon panda. There's another scene where Cable like throws her in the air and like she gets stuck on the ceiling.
Yeah.
So that's what they mean. It's like things just work out in her favor, and like
I want that superpower.
it's a great superpower, and I love when Deadpool's like, that's not very cinematic. If shot right, she's like, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the scene of them all skydiving together.
Yes.
You know, it's like all the superheroes coming all badass, and then you just see Peter, if we're cutting to the end, the dad guy that doesn't have any powers, that just gets to be on the team, just like straight arms looking down.
And let's just skip ahead real quick to Peter, because that guy had me cracking up. I love that he's just like, oh, I don't have any powers to speak of. I just saw an ad, and he's like, you're in. Like, that was like, of course you're in. See, that they keep showing that transport of all the mutants. That has to be a giant plot point. We get more Colossus. He was sort of the moral center in the first one. He's back maybe to aide/counsel Deadpool. He gets shot by a concussive blast. Maybe that's Cable shooting him. But
Yeah, that looked like
well,
Cable.
no, it looks like it might be some trickery because this looks like Cable is inside and at nighttime.
You know, they do that with these trailers,
All
the
the
way
time.
they cut them.
Especially Marvel. And this is clearly outside and look like police behind him. So they look like there's some tricky editing on that one, but obviously somebody's powerful enough to send Colossus flying back. Oh yes, and straight from the comics, Deadpool rides around on a bright red Vespa. The fact that they put that in here.
Perfect.
I love that they added that.
More Domino.
Showing her luck power. Because what are the chances a door would fall off its hinges? Ooh, I love the fact that Cable can sort of do a Thor Captain America thing. It looks like his gun comes back to his arm.
He calls it. And Cable is just so brutal.
Brutal!
He is effing up Deadpool's day with that knife just right in the back of his shoulder blade.
And after the knife, you're so dark. Are you sure you're not from the DC universe?
I love that little shade.
And we were waiting for it. We were calling it like for months now. We were like, he's got to make a Thanos reference. Right on cue, he makes a Thanos reference. Russell using his firepower. Looks like he's blowing up the side of that mountain. So clearly we see this kid is pretty powerful. Now, I noticed during the trailer that when Colossus is all pissed off right here, it looks like he punches something. I thought it was just like a boulder or like a wrecking ball or something coming towards him. But for those of you who have seen X-Men The Last Stand, Vinnie Jones was a terrible Juggernaut, but his helmet was all scratched up and cut up like that. And Colossus and Juggernaut fight a lot in the comics. And then, you want to take that one?
Might be the best part of the trailer. It goes back, we're going back to the Woody Buzz Lightyear. If you remember the other trailer, we had Woody playing Deadpool coming and just railing Cable Buzz Lightyear in the face with his balls, his testicles.
Deadpool promised us he was going to do it in the movie.
Yes.
We thought it was a joke.
We did think it was a joke, and it was like a loud thud, it was all animated, and then in this trailer we get it. We did full on balls in the face.
And we already talked about Domino landing on the panda, but one thing I wanted to mention why that's even meta on top of meta is because we know by now that they race flip the character Domino. She's black in this movie with a white patch over her eye. In the comics, she's stark white with a black patch, often compared to a panda bear. In this one, she's landing on a panda. That's not an accident, I promise you.
Panda. And I love this scene. It is taken right out of X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yes.
Where, original Deadpool is using his swords and deflecting every single bullet. They basically recreated here, but just realistically. He does the same exact thing and just misses all of the bullets. Like, I think when I'm watching it, I'm like, oh my God, he's deflecting all the bullets. And then he just has bullet holes all over him. So good. It's a classic.
Which, once again, is perfect for this character to make fun of the first iteration of Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool that everyone hates, to bring it full circle. Love this film.
Gotta be meta. Everything they do is super meta.
Everything is meta.
Which is why it makes it so fun to watch.
Woo! It's good scrub.
Oh, good scrub. I'm glad I got to attend this one.
Yeah.
Participate in this one.
I'm glad you're back, Keller, for this one, for this final trailer. All right. Thanks for checking out our trailer reaction for Deadpool 2, the final trailer. As always, make sure to like, subscribe. Hey! Hit that bell for alerts.
There's a lot of suspense with that one.
You got to build it up.
Yes, and always leave us your comments. We love to hear from you. If there's any trailers you want us to do a reaction to, just let us know. And as always, please share Scooby's Do Movies with your friends, your family, everyone you know, just so we can keep going the Scooby Gang.
Do that. All right, gang. Until next time, I've been Drag.
And I'm Alex.
Stay groovy, Scoobies.